So here we are then with the penultimate group. The Chengjiang from China will be fourth to go. There's only 5 in this group because of withdrawal of Klimkin with his muscle pull. Our thoughts with him. Their thoughts aren't. Not right now anyway. It'll be Gryatsev to go first for Russia, then Zhang Min from China, Frederic Dambier from France, then Li Chengyang, and finally Emanuel SANDHU, the Canadian. Joubert making his first public appearance in the arena. Just to put you in the picture at the moment, it's Japan who lead with Takahashi. Then it's Ben Ferreira of Canada and Kevin van der Perren in 3rd place. But 2nd on the night. Frenchman Frederic Dambier will be 3rd to go. Had an email in from John saying that I cover a lot of sports. What's my favourite sport? Well, I have to say, when it's really good, when it's like this takes some beating. Anything world class, of course, is a pleasure to commentate on. But the men's free, or the ladies free, just fantastic. I love the sudden death element in it and the excitement that brings.
Yeah, I tell you, I think we're in for a very special evening this evening. If the first 2 groups is anything to go by, and it does get better, well, it's going to be just awesome. Edge of the seat stuff.
Chris went out for a coffee. I thought he wasn't coming back, but he was probably talking.
Well, you know me, once I start, I can't stop.
Talking.
Thanks for that. Did you like your coffee?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, I'll shut up now. A real buzz of expectation around the place. And it is a sellout. People still coming back from their coffees, or a little bit of hospitality.
And I've been talking to them all.
To the wall?
No, to them all.
Oh, sorry.
Do you want to wear your coffee?
Well, we love blowing our trumpet here. We had record audience again yesterday, and we hope that will be beaten again. Thank you very much for that. Sigi Heinrich and Henrik Schamberger, the German commentators here. Fortunately, I got Chris Howarth alongside me.
Well, I can swap places with Hendrik. His English is good. My German's not much good. They won't know what's going on.
He makes me feel so unfit.
Yes. Well, I hate to tell you, Simon.
Don't.
Well, they're going to have plenty to shout about in a moment when Gryatsev comes to the ice, and loads more in the final group, of course, the Russian fans.
Well, loads of people on the message board asking us to predict who's going to win. Go on then.
Oh, Plющenko. I think the draw goes in his favour. I think he looks in incredible form, and he's out for revenge here. He's got to make a statement, hasn't he? I think he'll win.
Can you imagine if Lindemann should win? They haven't had a German winner here in Germany since right here in Dortmund in 1980, when Jan Hoffmann, who's watching on here, won in amazing circumstances. It's long odds against. You wouldn't imagine that both Plющenko and Joubert are going to fail. I can't, as you can't really imagine Plющenko failing.
No, I think it'd be a fairy story for Lindemann. And to be honest, he'd be happy with the medal. My goodness, he would never have believed it,
no.
would he?
Well, the guy, as we said in the feature, who just a few months ago thought, I'm not making the improvement I thought I was, maybe I should retire.
Yeah.
Boy, has he made the right decision.
He has indeed. And we're big fans, as you know. And it's great to see him out here in the final group battling for a medal.
There's the countdown. We're very nearly ready to go here with group number 3. And that we have a talent to burn to begin with. Maybe a guy with as much talent as anyone here.
Yeah, he is incredible. The new junior world champion. I've seen him competing 3 times this year, and he's always been awesome.
Your warm-up has ended. Please clear the ice.
Coached by Tatiana Tarasova and Alexei Yagodin. Andrei GRIAZEV.
And there he is.
Didn't have a good time in his qualification. Finished in 9th place in his group. 8th in the short. That's pushed him up.
Next to skate, representing Russia,
Andrei GRIAZEV.
So here he is then, Andrei GRIAZEV. He's taking his time. Tatiana Tarasova telling him to just hold on a little bit. A guy who thinks he could do the quadruple axel. Won't see that here. Will he do the quad toe? We'll see. GRIAZEV for Russia. And he starts in 9th place.
Just a fantastic triple axel. Looking for triple toe on the end, but just a double. Almost got too much height on that.
Why did he do that? He could have done the triple axel on its own.
Yeah, well, he's looking for the triple combination.
Things not going as well as he planned. Double flip there. And he's fighting impressively, but not landing impressively. Much better, more timing, more rhythm on the triple loop. could hear and see Tatiana barking out the instructions. Can't land the triple flip. Not really. You can see the talent there, but he didn't produce it. There were 4.5 minutes that may have seemed a little bit longer than that for Andrei GRIAZEV. Work to do, so much talent to work with, and he has the team to work with him. Alexei Yagodin not here, but he's spending a lot of time with this young man. And Yagodin and Tarasova is an unbeatable combination to have alongside you.
Yes, it is incredible that he couldn't get that triple flip out, because that is a jump that he can do in his sleep. He really has a wonderful technique, perhaps sometimes a little bit too relaxed. Just wonder whether he's suffering a little bit out there, because there were moments in the program where he literally let the choreography go just to try and get to the next element. Looked very, very tired early on in the program. He found that tough. And it's made even tougher when the timing doesn't work.
Well, she's been kind to him now. There may be different conversations later on, but now's not the time for that. Amazing highs on that first triple axel.
There you can see looking for a triple toe on the end. Only 2 turns on that one. She's willing him to do it.
But it won't count because he did it twice.
He certainly did.
And just to prove it.
It's perfect position for that triple toe. Just snatching at it a little bit. He did try hard. But boy, after a couple of minutes, to me, he looked beat. It's not the same GRIAZEV that I've seen through this season.
Well, he does have a slight frame. Maybe there's a slight problem. And as we've said before, it's so demanding, this rink. The ice and the conditions, very warm. But he was not 100% there, that's for sure.
No, he wasn't. I saw him in Sofia, end of last year, where he won the Sofia Cup, and he was just a sensation there. And then at the European Championship, skated World Junior Worlds, fantastic competition there, which he won.
There's no stopping you in your passport, is there?
No. I've been all over the place this year.
Collecting knowledge, like a little ferret.
I'm trying. All for Eurosport, so I can give it to the viewers, you see.
And we are grateful.
Please for Andrei GRIAZEV, Russia. Mark for technical merit. Range of marks between 4.
It's all about learning. It's all about experience, and he's going to gain from this.
Please for presentation.
His first Worlds. Both the major championships this year, to be honest, have been a bit of a disappointment for him.
Thank you.
8th in Europeans. Where's he going to figure here? Second. Not on the night, though, that's for sure. Behind Takahashi. He will finish 6th on the night. So he probably dropped some way.
Min ZHANG.
Now then. 7th position. He was 15th in the short. Not good. 27 years old, 28 years old. 28th birthday yesterday. From Kiki Ha. Skating to Danse Macabre. It's Zhang Min. Excellent start. Pristine clean. Triple axel, triple toe loop.
Fantastic quadruple salto. Setting up quad number 2.
Just got off axis, and the quad toe does not work. But he lands it there. Second quad for Zhang.
Well, that was impressive. It was scheduled to be the Lutz, so he's changing the program round.
And the triple loop. But not with the Lutz singled out on what should have been the triple. Clip's okay though. He's packing in the technical content. He looks to be towering. Strange ending. The momentum went out of it a little bit at the end. Wasn't quite sure what he was doing. But there were some pretty splendid moments there, not least of which, of course, were the two quads. Counted four triples as well. Not sure about the choreography. Moments when it was very good. I like one of the step sequences.
Well, of course, the choreography suffered there because he was changing things around in the program, and it's always dangerous when you do that. I think that's probably why the Lutz didn't work for him. It was in a place where I think he's changed the flip round, so all sorts of changes going on there and all sorts of things going through his head, working out what he's going to do after trying to get that second quad in. But what a way to start. Beautiful triple axels, triple toe loop, great elevation on both jumps. And here's the first of the quads. Quad salto back inside edge, drives the right leg through, really quick over the right foot. Perfect landing, clean as a whistle. Makes it look so easy. And I think the fact that he had attempted 3 quads in the program took its toll on him towards the end.
Yes, like several before him, he seemed to run out of puff.
Look at the height on that. Just incredible. And if it's possible, he seemed to over-rotate that attempt to the quad toe.
Can you see a time when there's going to be a quintuple quad?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah. Things are moving, and there's so much technology now that is helping the skaters and the coaches develop better timings, and it really is fantastic. We have something called Dartfish, which is a video system where we can video somebody's jumps and lay that over a perfect technique, and it identifies all the biomechanical problems that you have with the jump, and those sort of things really help you to develop a really sharp technique.
Can it help you speak?
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. That was a cheap shot.
It was a cheap shot,
but I wouldn't expect anything else.
Give me a time then. When are we going to see the first quintuple?
Oh my God, I don't know. Well, we've got GRIAZEV, who's already thinking that he can do a quadruple axel. That's an extra half a turn. So we've only got a half a turn, tweak half a turn from that. It won't be long.
Yeah.
10 years.
So, good marks. Don't think they'll be quite as strong for presentation. 5.4 up to 5.7. No, dropping a little bit. Zhang Min. Let's see. Will he be in first place? Should be. Yes, he is. 6 out of 9. Go with him. The leader. And there's Mr. Lindemann watching on. His time will come in around an hour, just over the hour.
Nächster Läufer
Next to skate.
aus Frankreich.
But he's soaking up the atmosphere. Interesting that he's out there just taking it all in. Here is the young man from France, finished in 10th place in the short. He's 10th overall. Injured his back in practice on Sunday and hasn't really been right since. He says his breathing is difficult, and if any arena's going to find you out, it'll be this one. Lot of support. Practices at Courchevel. Here, skating to Moulin Rouge, is Frederic Dambier for France. Went for the quad sal.
Yeah, real shame. He was right over the skater on the landing of that.
Went for the triple sal, triple toe. Quad sal, triple toe. So he got in there in the end. A rather sketchy triple axel, but it was landed.
Yes, the right foot really got away from him then inside the circle. Big inside edge on the landing. He's having to work hard tonight.
Still working hard, the loop that time. Triple Lutz. If he is struggling with his breathing, it's going to be here that it'll start to show. Signs of it there, triple flip. Really powerful choreography. A really excellent routine. I love the way it's put together. He's selling it hard, but I'm not sure there's a lot of belief. It wasn't quite there. Close enough though. A quad and, what was it, 6 triples?
Something like that. In fact, I lost count towards the end there because some of the triples were so low and so quick. We were losing count. But I think, actually, it was a big performance in the context of things. If he is injured and he's struggling with the breathing, and it's awful to skate when you've got a back injury, he did do very, very well indeed. He fought all the way through the program really, really hard, and it's good to see. And I'm with you on the choreography, Simon, particularly towards the end there. Loved that step sequence. Really powerful. He's such a dynamic skater. 4th in the Europeans, and the French Federation was so disappointed with that. Really felt that he should have had a medal.
Bravo. Bravo.
I think Gryazhev.
Bravo. Bravo. Fallait le faire. C'est un champion.
Well, only they know really how bad he is, how badly injured he is. There's the quadruple salto. Down there on a normal day, he'd have landed that one, that's for sure. We've seen him get out of much worse scrapes than that.
A word to him as he came off, champion. And maybe he is the champion after what he's been through in the last few days.
There he is, able to get a double toe on the end of that quad sal. Richard again. So tight in the air.
Well, he's a small man, only 1m63 and very slight, but it was a big program, wasn't it?
It really was. Lots of content in the artistry as well. Good choice of music for him. Here's the axel. Forward outside edge. See how quickly they get over that right foot now. The old technique would be to take that right leg through as far as you can and get over the right foot at the top of the jump. But now you've got to get the left foot over the right foot almost as soon as it's left the ground. The triple salto, triple toe. Fight, fight, fight. Should be his middle name. And their total commitment on the expression here.
But the cameraman are right there. He moved backwards rather rapidly. He's the only one who uses the barrier like that in competition. There's a few do it in exhibition.
There's a few do it by accident.
Yes. Hands up.
I've been there, yeah, you're right.
Good marks for presentation, and they're good to see. Not obviously as good as some we've seen already for technical. So second on the night, I sense, behind Takahashi, and second overall is still the Japanese who leads.
Nächster Läufer
Next to skate,
aus China.
representing China, Chengjiang Li.
And here's China's Li Chengyang, lying in 12th place. 12th in the short, 12th going into the free. 24-year-old from Changchun province. Zhang Min who leads, Takahashi overtaken by Dambier there. So let's see Lee. Quad double toe.
That was beautiful. Quadruple salto. Double down in his qualification, but he'll take that.
So 2 quads in the first minute from this young man. Triple axel, triple toe. Phenomenal start from Li Chengyang. Not quite on the looks.
You could almost sense that he was trying too hard there. Gave it a second thought on the way.
Second triple axel. Kept the foot off, but not looking as good. Well, he lost concentration in the last few seconds. He may have lost a bit of wind as well. He was so busy trying to sell the program that he forgot what he was doing technically. But it was a great start, but it did go. The graph went downhill, didn't it, after the quad toe, the quad sal, the triple axel, all in the first minute. It was just fantastic. But the last half of it wasn't too pretty.
Yeah, it was very strange, actually, because obviously for the quads, the rotation has to be very quick and very early on the jump. And then he made a couple of mistakes, the Lutz, the axle, and the loop, where the rotation was almost delayed. And then he was late for the landing. Very, very strange to see, but goodness me, what a way to start. Here's that quad toe at the beginning. Look at the elevation there, 4 turns as clean as you like. Checks the left arm, just double toe on the end. Did quad, triple toe in qualification.
Gao Haijun. Li here inspired by Liu Chen, the 1995 world champion and twice Olympic bronze medalist.
I'll tell you what, Simon, that's the best quadruple salco that I've ever seen, I think. It was really beautiful. And there's the triple axle, triple toe loop combination.
And right here, we thought we were on to something really quite amazing, but it wasn't as good after that. There's a young man who very nearly got on the podium last year, 4th place, but it was all a little bit like that in the second half.
Yeah, you can see on that Lutz, he took his left arm back very, very early, but the right arm didn't follow through. So he ended up with the left side way too far back on the landing. I think he was looking for a little bit of help towards the end of the program when he started clapping, trying to get the crowd to give him some motivation to help him through the program. It is tough when you take a couple of tumbles.
And you know.
Yeah, I've had a few. And tumbles.
Couple today. Tumbles.
Yeah, I have. Got the wrong shoes on.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that was before the pubs were open.
Chengjiang Li, China.
So disappointment in the end for Li, with so many skating so well around him, and after such a promising start where he must have got very excited. Maybe that was part of the problem. It all went down the plug hole, I'm afraid.
Difficult one to mark, this.
And that's why we're getting such a delay, perhaps.
This is where the new judging system, I think, will come into its own, because the judges will have a tariff for each of the elements, and it'll be accumulative as the skater's going along. And it is actually quicker to get the marks out, and of course they're not limited to the 5.7s.
I know that we had 2 quads and a triple axel in combination, but wasn't that good. Goes down for presentation, but I think he's been a little fortunate. So he moves into 3rd place. It's China 1st and 3rd at the moment, with Frederic Dambier from France in between.
Nächster Läufer
Next to skate,
aus Kanada.
representing
And
Canada.
here's a young man who had
Emanuel SANDHU.
a desperate time in the short program. Came here with such high hopes, perhaps even of a medal. A lot of people were talking him up, particularly when he won his qualification group. But he begins here after a disastrous short. He was 13th. He begins here in the free in 11th. So skating for pride here. Let's see if he can repeat what he did in the qualification on Monday. And there he started with a quad toe. Emanuel SANDHU from Vancouver. I went for the quad, but this time it wasn't there. That was good fight there. Triple axel, triple toe. back on track. The loop.
While you're watching this, just bear in mind that this guy beat Plющenko in the ISU Grand Prix finals this year.
Good choreography. Triple Sarko. Oh, beautiful triple axel. Sheer class. Just double-footed on the triple toe at the end of that triple flip, triple toe combination. Really good. He's class, isn't he? Now you can see why he beat Plющenko. Not this time though, not this year at Worlds, but who knows, in years to come. He won his qualification group, wasn't in the same group as Plющenko, of course, and then came the disasters on Tuesday where he really didn't get his act together. And I wondered whether it was going to be the same here when he missed the quad, but not a bit of it. 7 triples in the end that counted, and choreography to die for.
Yeah, he really is a talent, and he had such a rough time in the short program, just doubling out on his attempt at the quad toe. So that was a 0.4 deduction, and then down on the axle. He really fought hard there, and just imagine what that program would have been like if he landed that quad toe at the beginning of the program. I love the choreography, so much to admire. A program that kept your interest all the way through. There he is, just no way back from that one. A pretty tough tumble right at the beginning of the program. Here's the axle. Nice and tight in the air. Good check with that right arm, plants the right toe in. Toe loop on the end. Has great lines. and a fantastic attitude. He is setting up the triple loop. So quickly into that backspin position in the air.
The first words Johan McLeod said to him as he came off, "You fought tooth and nail," echoing exactly what we've been saying.
Yeah, it's so nice to watch skaters that do that. Even that triple flip combination towards the end. You could see him running on empty, but fighting hard.
Because obviously, when he set foot on the ice here, he was out to prove something. And then he went crashing, didn't he, on the quad? And he must have thought his world had opened up, but dug in very quickly. Straight back with that triple axel combination.
But it is impressive to see him be able to do that, to just have a fall like that, and within 20 seconds, having nailed another triple jump. A big element. It's good stuff.
Lindemann has been very evident, soaking up everything. Still another 40 minutes before he takes to the ice for real. Sandhu, now he'll be moving upwards. Remember, 11th is where he started the free. He'll be in the top 10. How high up? Well, I thought that was the best. Ranked second overall. Surely that was the best on the night. No, they've given it to Zhang. I must say I'm quite surprised. Thought it was better than that, but he's definitely on the march. There they are then, the gladiators waiting to go. The top group.
Johnny WEIR.
First up, the most exciting talent to emerge for years, Johnny WEIR from the USA, a simply phenomenal skater. Wait for him, he'll be first to go. A breathtaking short program. Stephane LAMBIEL, he'll start in 4th place. WEIR starts 6th.
Aus Frankreich, representing France, Brian JOUBERT.
The amazing Joubert looks totally unconcerned with what's going on around him. Amazing concentration from this teenager from Poitiers. The European champion. Could he double up here in Dortmund? It's very possible.
From America, representing the United States of America, Michael WEISS.
Michael WEISS. Awful in qualification, much better in the short program. If he can land the quad here, he has an outside shot at a medal.
Germany, Stefan
Listen to this. Aiming to be the first German to win since Jan Hoffmann here in this very rink 24 years ago. Stefan Lindemann.
Representing Russia, Evgeni Plushenko.
And last to go. A real occasion. Evgeni Plushenko aiming for a 3-timer. A 3rd gold medal at the World Championships.
The 6-minute warm-up has now started.
6 minutes to get their acts together. Look at that, there is not a seat to be had here. 9,000 people in the Westfalenhalle, and this is red raw stuff right now. And whatever sport you like, you should appreciate this. These are he-men.
Yeah, they really are. You've got to have nerves of steel, and this guy, well, the crowd are going to help him. He's just got to be careful that he doesn't overcook it. He's got to stay calm, keep his focus. And he does look calm. I bet they're not.
No. Well, we're not. So why would they be, for heaven's sake?
Absolutely.
But it is about holding your nerve here.
It is indeed. And this guy's got to hold it right to the end of the evening.
Well, he's done it so many times. Interesting that he didn't go through his routine this morning. Just skated around. Nothing too much Mission would have said to him. We know you've got it. Don't worry about searching for it again. Stephane Lambiel. Exciting times for him. On the verge of a medal for Switzerland.
Yeah, he really has made rapid strides over the last couple of seasons, and he looks composed. Wow!
Whoa, take that!
Well, he's only been on the ice a couple of minutes. His timing's there. He must be feeling good.
And Michael WEISS wearing the Freedom Blade. And he's been using it much better.
Let's hope it works for him tonight. He looks tense, doesn't he?
Bronze medalist in '99 in Helsinki, bronze medalist the following year in Nice, but nothing for Michael since then. 5th last year.
Well, he's looking good. Loves to compete, loves competition. Don Law and wife Lisa looking on, trying to look relaxed. How you can keep your cool in a situation like this. It is electrifying.
And they're now getting into the heart of the warm-up when they're really starting to do the jumps.
Brian JOUBERT really taking his time. He's a cool customer.
Vielen Dank für Ihr Verständnis. Danke.
Laurent Dupuis, who trains him in Poitiers. There's Johnny WEIR, who was so exciting on Tuesday. If you've not seen him before, he is a sight for sore eyes. Most beautiful skater. Lindemann landing one of his big jumps to tumultuous applause.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he handles this, because he's never really been in a situation like this. This sort of atmosphere. It does take a special character, and he's delivered all week, hasn't he?
He has. Young man, if you've only just joined us, where the heck have you been?
Yeah.
But about an hour ago we did a feature on him, and he was saying that he very nearly retired at one stage just a few months ago. Felt his skating wasn't getting any better, couldn't see the improvement, constant disappointment. And they're hoping that he goes to the top of the podium. Intriguing. Does he really feel, as he was saying to us in the interview, or is he just trying to kid himself to a certain extent, that there's no pressure, that he's the outsider going for gold, aiming for the other two, or does he feel, oh, I'd love a medal of some description, and that the pressure's on to get the medal?
Well, I think he obviously would love a medal. There's only pressure that he's putting on himself. At the moment, whatever he does now, he's done himself so much good, it's unbelievable.
But to be honest, if it all disappeared with a 7th or 8th place here, people would forget what had happened in the first two occasions.
Yeah, but he won't. He's come of age, and he'll come back. I don't think that's going to happen. The crowd won't let that happen.
This is the last minute in your
So
warm-up.
1 minute left in the warm-up.
Well, the skaters look relaxed. Not sure about the coaches.
No, it's interesting. He looked pretty tense until he caught the eye of JOUBERT, and they said, just calm down.
Yeah.
JOUBERT really does look the calmest guy in the place, except for WEIR. WEIR looks remarkably calm as well, and we haven't had a close-up of Plющenko, but the skaters are amazing human beings. The Plющenko fan club, vociferous as ever. He's been through all this before. You're saying that Plющenko's got the ideal draw?
I think for him, yes.
Because he's the man who can cope whatever is put in front of him. Remember, he'll be out there on the ice when he gets the marks for Lindemann. If Lindemann really does
Your
perform,
warm-up has ended.
that puts even
Please
more
secure
pressure
your
on him.
ice. Thank you.
Well, I think certainly for us it's the best draw to have him skating at the end of the evening,
That's
because
true.
we don't know what's going to happen
No.
right until that last minute of his program.
For both of us, though, I think if you ask us to put our money down, our money goes on Plющenko. So are you ready at home? I hope so.
Nächster Läufer.
Next to skate.
Aus den Vereinigten Staaten von Amerika.
Hang on to your chairs. This is going to be some ride here in the next 50 minutes. We begin with a young man from Coatesville, Pennsylvania. From top to toe, he has talent. We saw it in the short program. Can he deliver again here with anything like that? It was the most amazing beginning to a World Championship campaign. His first time here at the Worlds. 19 years old, lying in 6th place. Skating to the soundtrack from Dr. Zhivago. This is Johnny WEIR. He said after the short, the secret was I took time with every element. And that's what he aims to do again here. What a start, triple axel, triple toe. Triple salto. No quad in his repertoire, but he'll make every triple count. And there's a triple axel which will count on its own. Bullets, triple toe. Triple loop, triple number 7, triple flip rather. There is the loop. How about that? Good to see he's human. I thought he was inhuman for those 4.5 minutes.
Johnny
His first
WEIR.
World Championship, a flawless performance, not one mistake. No quad, of course, but everything else just fabulous. Great to see him smiling. The tears from Priscilla Hill, who coaches him in Delaware. Well done. He's not put a foot wrong right the way through the week. He is phenomenal.
Well, you're right, it is good to see he's human, because he seemed to be in a trance from the moment he stepped on the ice this evening. No facial expressions at all, no emotion. But boy, oh boy, did he deliver in that 4.5 minutes.
Just beautiful skating as well.
The lines are exquisite. I love the choreography of the program, the way that the jumps are integrated into the movements. There's not big preparation for the elements. There's the triple axel. Just a great line on the way out of that. And on the triple-triple combinations, he keeps the first jump long and low, so he has loads of speed on the second jump, and he's able to get the same elevation on it, which for the quality is much, much better.
Little story about this guy. Most of these guys all started skating around 4 or 5 years of age. He started at 12. And the first time he participated in Junior Worlds, he won it back in 2001. He's been marking time for the last couple of years. He's had injury problems and has withdrawn in championships, in the middle of championships. And the US Figure Skating Association really lost faith with him. Didn't select him for the Grand Prix. And he said, okay, I'll show you. Went to American Nationals and won it. Beat Weiss and all the rest of them. And you can see how. He's a character, all right. Just phenomenal talent. I'm sure he's going to win the Worlds one day.
He's got a great head on his shoulders. Look at that, 5.3, right up to 5.7 for technical merit with no quad. And look at those second marks. He can't believe it.
5.6 up to 5.8. Johnny WEIR in the lead at the moment. 5 to go. But there's a new standard. And maybe the judges could have been even kinder. Backstage, Michael WEISS.
Next to skate.
2 more between him
Representing Switzerland.
and his performance. Here's the 18-year-old who'll be 19 next week from Switzerland. He too seems to thrive on pressure. 10th in the Worlds last year, a real shot at a medal. 4th going into the free, Stephane Lambiel. Now he's had problems with his big jumps all week, the quad and the triple axel. There's a triple axel nailed. Not sure if he was going to put in the second part of that. Looked like he might have.
Yeah, it looked as though he was looking for a combination there. Thought better of it.
The quad steps out of the second part of the combination, but the quad was there.
Well, this is a phenomenal start for Stephane. Now he needs to keep his focus.
flip and the delay, but lands the triple toe as well. And a second quad. Followed by the triple loop, he just got it. Triple Lutz. He looked to be way off axis.
And there's the Salchow. He's absolutely exhausted. The crowd now really helping him through these closing stages.
He nearly fell over at the end. He was so shattered. You can't believe it. 2 quads, 6 triples. A really, really fantastic performance. I thought when I first saw him at Europeans a couple of years ago, they'd be on the podium the following year. He wasn't. He seemed just to mark time a little bit. But this year, he's come back and taken the extra strides. They're applauding all around the rink, but what it means is he's put a lot of pressure on Stefan Lindemann.
Well, he's put pressure on everybody, hasn't he? Joubert, all of them. He's in 4th place, remember, and he's put himself in a real possibility of a medal. A fantastic performance. Couldn't believe that second quad.
No. Well, Switzerland haven't won a medal. Just looking down here, I think I'm right, haven't won a medal in the men's competition since Hans Gerschweiler won gold and then silver in 47 and 48.
I remember it well.
You were second.
Well, they must be proud. Boy, oh boy. And here he is, setting up that quad, dropping the 3-turn. Fantastic. And it was a cracker. That may well be the first time that he's done 2 quads in competition.
Yes.
And what a time to do it.
And he's been having problems with it all week. He talked about it in the press conference after his short program on Tuesday.
But it doesn't matter, does it? It's that 4 minutes that counts.
Yes.
You cannot do one all week. And it works the other way around. We've seen people that have been on form all week, and then that last moment, when it really counts, can't do it.
Well, we sense this might be something special. from about an hour and a half ago. And those were two quite extraordinary routines from Johnny Weir and then from Stephane Lambiel. The judges have been marking low, and I bet they're thankful that they have been. Otherwise there would be absolutely nowhere to go. Look at that, 5-6 up to 5-9 for technical. 5-9 for technical, and why wouldn't it be with two quads and 6 triples? And for presentation, 5-6 up to 5.8. Lambiel in the lead and in with a shout of a medal. Now then,
Next to skate,
just catch your breath.
representing France,
He'll take his time, this young man. Second in his qualification. That was exciting. Second in the short. That was absolutely sensational. And now he steps out on the ice, looking for gold here. European champion. Can he win the Worlds here in Dortmund? Skating to the soundtrack from Matrix, it's Brian JOUBERT. Just a single quad to start. Triple flip. Out for a glorious triple axel.
It was a good start, but the problem is none of these are in combination, and that could be a problem.
And there's it to answer you. Quad toe, triple toe.
Didn't quite control their landing on that second part of the combination, but that was a big combination. He needed it.
off axis, but held on to the Lutz. What a step sequence. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Guy after guy coming out amidst the cauldron and is producing virtually flawless skating. Now he nailed down technically exactly the same as Lambiel. 2 quads, 4, 6 triples. So you take your pick really. Amazing spins from Lambiel. I preferred the choreography marginally from this guy. I sense that Joubert's just got it.
I would think so. It was a close call. My God, this guy's got nerves of steel. He's shown it time and time again this season, hasn't he? What a performance. To keep your cool after the commotion after Lambiel's skate. Would you like to be in Plющenko's shoes, eh?
I wonder where he is right now.
Probably in the car park.
Laurent Dupuis, coach. And Gwendal Pazara, the team leader. Could not ask for more. It may be good enough to win France its first gold in the men's competition since Alain Giletti back in 1960. They've had some great skaters before and since. Philippe Candeloro. He never won gold, Philippe Candeloro. Silver in Makahari back in 94. And bronze, but never gold. Could be gold for this fella.
If it's not this year, it's only a matter of time. He is the supreme competitor. Wow, just incredible to watch. And I was worried about the lack of combinations at the beginning of the program. And then he came out with this. Didn't quite control the landing there, and to put a little hop on the end of that triple toe at the end of the quad toe. But boy, oh boy, did he deliver. Now, I would not like to be sat on the judging panel of this one.
No. Thank heavens you're alongside me, eh?
Yeah, for once, I'd rather be here. What a step sequence as well.
Yeah. Love the choreography. Love the outfit. Love the music. Love his interpretation of the music. It was great. And he is nervous.
He is, that's the thing, isn't it? The expression didn't change from start to finish, and he didn't allow himself to relax or lose focus or concentration until that music stopped.
19 years of age. Lambiel celebrating backstage, and why not? Whatever happens from here on in, he's done himself proud. All the marks are very, very good. Surely they're the best so far. 5.7 up to 5.9. Yes, 4 5.9s. Joubert launches himself into the lead here, and those marks may not be overtaken. They've left a little gap there.
But it is a little gap.
I can't take too much more of this.
Representing the United States of America.
Here's the American number 2. Although he leads, the other American going into the free. He performed. Everyone's performing in this final group. And you wouldn't bet against this guy doing it as well. From Washington, D.C. Starting off with Patriotic when Johnny comes marching home. Michael WEISS, 5th place going into this free.
Unbelievable start, quadruple toe, triple toe loop.
And no double-footed landing this time.
Much cleaner than he did in the short program. Awesome start.
Triple toe that time. Not sure if he was aiming for a second quad. I think he would have been.
I think without doubt that was going to be the second quadruple toe.
Only a double axel. Things not working at the moment for WEISS. Back with the triple loop. Triple axel, double toe.
tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How do you manage that?
Michael WEISS, United States of America. Mark for taking a merit. A range of marks between 5.3 and 5.7. Mark please for presentation. A range of marks between 5.4 and 5.8. Michael WEISS is at the moment in 4th position. Nächster Läufer
Next to skate,
aus Deutschland,
representing Germany, Stefan LINDEMANN.
But comes back well, triple axel, triple toe loop. He needs to be perfect if he's going to get a medal from here on in. Nice footwork. Holds on with those massive thighs to the triple lutz. Triple loop. Having to work really hard, but he's not shy of work. triple axel out of nowhere.
But that's an incredibly difficult entry out of that spread eagle. This is just fantastic. And there's the flip.
Everywhere you look, people on their feet. Just amazing. If only he'd landed the quad at the start, he'd be nailed in for a medal. Is he going to get a medal with that? 7 triples. It was quite outstanding skating. Choreography great. And after the disappointment of falling early on, or stumbling early on, he came back with a titanic performance. Little man with a massive heart.
He really has. Nobody, there is nobody in this competition that's had to cope with what he's had to cope with. For the press conference after the short program, he couldn't even take his boots off. He's had to talk to so many people. There's been a frenzy around him. And look at that. The expectation of all those people. And he's come out here and boy, oh boy, has he delivered. What a man. I tell you what, I've got a lump in my throat. Amazing.
Not bad for a guy who wanted to give up a few months ago.
Oh dear. I just can't believe it. Really can't believe it.
Is it going to be good enough to get him on the podium?
I hope so. I just hope so.
I know you do. But it would be cruel for Lambiel.
It would be cruel for Lambiel. It really would.
It'd be cruel for either of these guys if they don't make it. For the bronze.
Well, I'm glad I'm not judging this one. I really am.
I know you'd give it to. You've already given it.
Yeah, I've given it. It's gone. This man's got it. Just for coping with everything.
Yes.
You can't put it into words. To be able to cope. You could say, there's a part of you that could say, well, he's got the crowd on his side, it's a big help for him. But the pressure leading up to that and the expectation to deal with that, like that.
Dare the judges not give it to him?
Well, they dare. Triple axel off the spread eagle, that's difficult. That really is difficult. Those little points may make a difference. The spins of Lambiel.
And maybe some of the judges are quite glad for that anonymity right now.
Yes. Oh, dear me. Well, whatever. I won't forget this evening in a hurry.
No, this has been breathtaking drama.
What a great shot.
They see him on the big screen and they're letting him know yet again what they think. Now then. They're very good marks. 5.6 up to 5.9. Remember, he wants to be in the top 2. 5.6 up to 5.8. Has he got there? Just wait for that mark, top right. He wants to be in the top 2.
Yes.
He's got there. He's got a medal. And now you think for Plющenko, who's got to skate after this. Fantastic job for Stefan Lindemann. And down to the rink, they're trying to get some harsh so that Plющenko can skate. Fat chance. He's been through this so many times. Looks as calm as ever. Champion in 2001. Champion in 2003. He's not thinking about the podium. He's just thinking top of the podium right now. Evgeni Plushenko. Oh, quad toe, triple loop, double loop.
Getting carried away there, Simon.
Sorry. And a second quad. Triple axel, just a little off axis. You want to put another in combination. Triple axel, little loop, and another triple.
That was triple axel, half loop, triple flip. Incredible.
Now the trademark step sequence from the master. Triple lutz. And the Salchow, not a semblance of a mistake. Oh! He went for the triple loop. Will that cost him? Oh! Could it be Budapest all over again? I was ready to call him home. He had to be faultless, even with the 2 quads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triples. 2 quads. It may not be enough. Joubert may have the gold here. I think without it, if he'd landed that triple loop, he was home. Now, I suspect he won't be.
Well, it's still very difficult to call. The program was beautiful. The quality of the first 4 or 5 jumps was superb. Really, really good. My worry is the fact that he was so slow. He really was cautious. Everybody else in this top group has gone out with all guns firing. Plющenko has gone out wanting to do a clean program. He's had to keep his composure, which he did well, but it was slow. And the fall, I don't know.
I give it to Joubert. I give it to Joubert because I liked his program better. I thought the choreography was better. I thought the speed was more. He didn't make a mistake. And because I'd love a new champion.
Yeah. Well, there was a mistake on the combination from Joubert, wasn't it? He over-rotated the triple toe on the end of the quadruple toe. Here we had a beautiful quad, triple, double. The start was very composed. Missing on more than one occasion, I would imagine, holding his breath. Second quadruple toe loop. Had a little bit over on the boot, but strong enough to hold it. Her rise smile, the relief there. There's the triple axel. Little off axis, but strong enough to get it back and really solid on that back outside edge. Well, I think the judges will take their time here. This is one heck of a combination as well. Triple axel half loop, triple flip. Now that wasn't planned. It was a bit of a way out of a dodgy landing, to be honest, but what a way out. I think Plющenko's got it.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I think Joubert's got it. But you know more than me, don't you?
We'll find out in a minute. I don't know, it's a close one. It really is. It's going to be split, that's for sure.
Wouldn't it be an anticlimax, though, if he won here with all that's gone on after that? Quick word with Stefan LINDEMANN.
Stefan, kannst du es überhaupt schon glauben, was da gerade passiert ist?
Also eigentlich schon, weil ich habe auf der Anzeigetafel gesehen, ich weiß, dass Plющenko jetzt noch läuft und ich weiß
he can understand it because he saw his points, he knows he's got third place, he saw the points, and how did he feel? Just amazing.
Es ging noch in Ordnung, weil ich bin nicht gestürzt.
Nervous at the beginning, but it was okay because I didn't fall.
Das Publikum hat mich durch jeden Sprung getragen.
Afterwards,
eigentlich gar nichts machen.
everything was like a dream, and it felt great. Congratulations to him. Oh, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. 5 9s for technical. How can you get perfect 6s for presentation if you're on your backside? Tell me about it. I don't understand it. They've gone crazy here. Plющenko gets the gold. I'm not sure. I think it was on a knife edge, but how you give 6s to someone on his backside, that is ridiculous, and anybody watching on will be mystified.
Yeah, all I can say is that the judges got themselves in a mess there because the group was so tough and had nowhere else to go. But you're right, they shouldn't give a perfect 6 for a fall.
Well, it's just nonsense. A sport that's really been under the spotlight kicks itself in the backside with marks like that. I'm not arguing against the win. I thought Joubert did enough. I'm not arguing about the win, but I am arguing about that. That is faintly ridiculous. Plющenko has won again, a champion for the third time.
To wait for the victory ceremony of the main.
Great for him. I do feel for Joubert, and I do sense a sense of anticlimax that someone can win after all that we've seen after a mistake like that.
Well, Joubert's time will come, that's for sure. And what about Lindemann? Well, it's a fairy story. It is a fairy story. Lambiel, you have to feel for him, but because boy, did he skate.
I feel really sorry for two guys, for Joubert, particularly though for Lambiel, because fourth is the worst place, isn't it? Just the worst, particularly when you've done what he's done here. But congratulations to every guy in the final group. I'm sorry if I sound a bit against Plющenko, but I just think that I am angry with those marks, because it makes a laughing stock of the sport I love.